All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praises, honor, glory, respect, and blessings to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Salutations to the Lord's elect on the four corners of the earth, pushing His truth and sincerity while patiently waiting for Yahweh Shai's return. And double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone, which have taught us everything we know through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And I wanted to do a quick video on this paratrooper from North Carolina who helped orchestrate the war in Ukraine. Okay, now we know that in Luke chapter 8, verse 17, it says, "For nothing is hidden that shall not be made manifest, neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad." And you see, no matter how hard Esau tries to hide the truth, the Lord always finds a way to make it known to the public. So now it's becoming public knowledge that a paratrooper from North Carolina helped orchestrate the war in Ukraine. You know, and when a whole Ukraine situation happened, right? You know, originally it seemed like it was a conflict that was originally between Russia and Ukraine, you know. But here it is. You got a paratrooper from the United States of America that is citing controversy, citing wars in Ukraine. Now, as to why he would do that, I have no idea. But the point is that, you know, here it is, you know, for months now, you know, Russia has been, you know, demonized for attacking Ukraine, you know, sending troops into Ukraine, taking over particular territories, and ultimately, you know, bombing particular areas. But here it is, you know, you got the United States, who are the main ones, you know, coming with their propaganda saying Russia this and Russia that. But look what they're doing. They're orchestrating these different wars in Ukraine. Okay, so we come over here to the book of Isaiah. Okay, let's go to Isaiah. Just one moment. I want to go to Isaiah chapter 29 and verse 15. It says, "Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord, and their works are in the dark." Now, their works are in the dark, meaning what? Their works are in secrecy. You know, they do things with people being completely unaware as to what's going on. And they don't tell people about it. They don't make it known on the internet. They might make it known on the dark web, but not the main public internet that people use to acquire information. So their works are in the dark, meaning their works are in secrecy. There's a lot of things that these so-called elites do that is basically people are completely unaware as to what they are doing. So their works are in secrecy, and they say, "Who seeth us, who knoweth us?" But the answer is the Heavenly Father and His Son. They see you. And here's why. Let's go to the book of Sirach, the 23rd chapter. The Lord sees you devils. And here's how. Ecclesiasticus, also known as the book of Sirach, 23 verse 19. Such a man only feareth the eyes of men, and knoweth not that the eyes of Yahweh, Bahashom, Yahweh Shai, are 10,000 times brighter than the sun. And who are the eyes of the Lord? The angels are. Okay, the angels travel around in what the world calls UFOs. And according to the Holy Scriptures, they are described as brown-skinned men with woolly hair. And they're very tall and dreadful to look upon. Okay, but these are the men who are known as the angels who travel around in what the world calls UFOs. And they act as the eyes of the Lord by skirmishing or traveling throughout the world, recording people's deeds, and then reporting it back to the Father. And that's what these angels who travel around in UFOs are doing. You know, every little secret thing, every little secret thing that people do, guess what? Is being recorded by the angels, and they're reporting back to the Father. Okay? So it says, such a man only feareth the eyes of men. And you know, the eyes of men is also talking about the cameras. It's talking about the actual eyes of men. You know, it's talking about these different devices that Esau had to spy on people, right? And knoweth not that the eyes of the Lord, which are the angels, are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of men. You see that? So the angels see everything. No matter how deep you are inside the earth, no matter if you're in these underwater cities, these underwater bases, you know, you could be up in the satellites. The Lord still knows what you're doing. Okay? The angels can see through walls. They can see through objects. They can see you from the thousands of miles away, as if they was right next to you. Okay, and guess what? All of your deeds are being recorded, and it's being reported back to the Father. So beholding all the ways of men and considering the most secret parts, okay? And what are those secret parts? Those secret parts is when your works are in the dark, like I read in Isaiah 29 and 15 earlier, and their works are in the dark, meaning their works are in secrecy. But guess what? The eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun. Okay, beholding all the ways of men and considering the most secret parts. Okay, then if we read verse 20, it says what? It says he knew all things ever they were created. So also after they were perfected, he looked upon them all. Okay. So, you know, I also wanted to get this. Let's go to Isaiah 10 and 1. Okay, it says this, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees and that right grievousness which they have prescribed. Okay. So woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees. And the fact that they are orchestrating wars in Ukraine, you know, they're causing civilians to go through bloodshed. People gotta, you know, relocate and move out of their own cities because they're becoming war torn. I'm not taking up for those Ukrainians because most of them are Edomites for the most part. But I'm bringing this out for edification to show you how unjust these Edomites are. They'll orchestrate war in their own against their own people. Esau don't care. You know, he's all about money. And we know that in First Timothy, the 6th chapter, it tells you that the love of money is the root of all evil. So Isaiah 10:1, it says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees. Now, when you look up the word decree means what? It means a law or a decision. So woe unto them that decide unrighteous laws or decisions, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed. And what they did was an unrighteous thing. You're orchestrating war against your own people. That's an unrighteous decree. Okay, so let's see. Let's go to Habakkuk. Oh yeah, there's 2 chapters in Habakkuk I actually want to get. So we're just going to go with Habakkuk right for now. Chapter 2, verse 4. Okay, it says, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. So his soul, whose soul is this talking about? That's not upright in him. It's talking about the soul of these Edomites. In Isaiah, the 26th chapter, it tells you, let favor be shown to the wicked, yet will he not do righteously. In the land of the land of uprightness, he will not behold the majesty of the Lord. Okay. So there's nothing righteous about Edomites. Okay. Now we go to verse 5, right? It says, yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied. So the scriptures say that he never keepeth at home. It's like, what is a man from North Carolina doing orchestrating a war in Ukraine? Like, you have the land known as America, but yet you and these other people lands causing controversy and strife. There is a such thing as minding your damn business. But we all know that Edomites are nosy and they like to be in other people's business. They'll be peeping out the blinds and shit. They'll call the police if they think they see something suspicious. It's like, bro, this man is just trying to get into his own house and you calling the police on him for attempted B&E? Like, bro, like, what is you doing? He's just trying to get into his own house. But you see, that's what happens when you live in a neighborhood around a bunch of Edomites, They're watching you. They'll be peeping out the blinds and shit. So, I mean, it says, yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man. Neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as deaf, and cannot be satisfied. But gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. And that's the agenda of the so-called elites. Their new world order. They want to bring all nations together under one religion, under one God. You see, like, but the point is that these Edomites, they don't know how to stay in their own land. They got to be in somebody else's land and somebody else's business. That's why the scriptures say he never keepeth at home. Okay, the United States got troops on the borders of Russia. They got troops in Ukraine. They got troops in the western parts of Europe. They got troops in Africa. They got troops on the 50,000 plus troops stationed on the border of Iran. They got troops stationed over there on the artificial islands of Taiwan. Okay, they got Navy destroyers over there. So the scriptures tell you that this man is as deaf and cannot be satisfied. Okay, So let's see. Let's see. You know, because when you do your history, Edomites were known for going to war against each other. You know, that's what Daniel, the 11th chapter, was getting into. How the Seleucid and the Ptolemaic empires were going to war against each other. You see, there was strife going on within the Roman Empire. So no matter how hard you devils try, you're going to be exposed. Okay? No matter how hard you try to hide your secret counsel, the Lord is going to expose you. So we're going to go to Luke chapter 8, verse 17. It says, "For nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad." Okay, so whatsoever is secret, if your works are in the dark, it's going to be made known. Okay, the Lord is going to make your works known before men. Remember, I read it in Isaiah earlier, their works are in the dark, meaning what? Their works are in secrecy. Because that's how these Edomites roll, especially the so-called elites. They like to do their works in secrecy. So nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad. So, here it is, the U.S. is trying to act like they had no part in the whole war between Russia and Ukraine, but come to find out, you got a paratrooper from North Carolina who helped to orchestrate the war in Ukraine. Okay? So it says here that one of the great mysteries surrounding the Maiden Cube and the Civil War, which has followed, is how the rabble of soccer hooligans and neo-Nazis who orchestrated the coup were able to become an army of subjugating the nation so quickly. Okay. Check that out. And Lord's will, I'll do a video on that one next too. But with that, I'm going to say shalom. So on to the next one.